Hear it for Mr. Stuart Headlam.
Hello everyone. We said keep it close. Where's Jersey? Looking charming. Looking charming. Well done. How's the suit? Thanks. So yeah, hello everyone. Or should I say, annyeonghaseyo? Oh yeah. I'm told speeches in American wedding ceremonies are a lot shorter than what we're used to on our side of the pond. So, ladies and gentlemen, the bride and groom. Classic. Like any modern best man with a speech to write, I went and looked at the internet for ideas. I found a lot of very interesting things online, but then I remembered I had a speech to write and I really should be getting on with that instead. But seriously, I'm sure you'll all join me in congratulating Laurence and Shelley today, and thanking Jihi and the bridesmaids for doing both a fantastic job and being outshone only by the bride. I'd also like to thank Isaac for loaning me his beautiful wife, if only for ceremonial reasons. So, if you'll raise your glasses for the first time, ladies and gentlemen, the bridesmaids. Now, there are many stories to be told about Laurence, and many of them he'll happily tell you himself. Just last night, I heard that golf isn't always a relaxing game if things aren't going Lawrence's way. I've been told that if you value your carpet, you'd better make very sure Laurence knows where the toilet is when he's staying overnight at your parents' house. Ask Gareth.
That was marble floor.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't tell me it was a bloody marble floor.
And that was a dream, I thought.
Yeah.
My mum speaks differently.
I've also been told on the flight back we'd better see if there's a chickatarian option on the menu. Good. Moving on. I was going to say that one else that way. Anyway, that's just 3 stories. The thing is, I wasn't there for these stories. I didn't see them. I've no doubt at all they're all true, and if you want to hear more about them, I'm sure all his friends will tell you at great length later on. But I want to tell you about Laurence that I know, my only brother. When Laurence chose me to be his best man, I knew for sure that of all the brothers he has, I was definitely his favourite. Yeah, I wrote a lot of these myself, so it's back in. No one who knows him now will be surprised to hear that growing up with Laurence was always a quiet, calm, relaxing experience. There were no fights, there were no arguments. There were definitely no occasions where I feel the need to sit on my little brother's head. Or throw grass in his face. Or pull on his ears until they stuck out. Like all brothers, we didn't always see eye to eye, and I remember once taking great pleasure in telling Laurence that the scrap metal we had at the bottom of the garden was the remains of a spaceship he'd crashed in, and our parents had only adopted him out of pity. Imagine my joy when for an afternoon at least he actually believed me. He really cried, really. Yes, Laurence and I have always been very different people. He's always been better at sport than me, for example. Mum assures me that his prowess showed itself early when, even when he was potty training, he proudly displayed his ability to catch.
Ability to what?
Catch.
Oh, catch.
Yes, I know we've got a long dinner ahead of us, I'll skip through that. I actually wanted to avoid mentioning any of the embarrassing things Laurence did as a child, but Mum has told me so many of them, so since I'm already in for a penny. I'm told that as a toddler, Laurence had a unique way of expressing his frustration with the world. On one of the many occasions he was running around naked and things weren't going his way, he would stamp his foot on the ground and, well, how can I put this? He'd stamp his foot and his passionate feelings on the matter would be made clear, and that suddenly it wouldn't just be Laurence that was standing up straight. If you're having trouble translating this into Korean, really don't worry. I don't know if getting angry still has the same effect on his life. I do hear he's taking a golf club on honeymoon. To pull things out of the gutter, I'll skip through the rest of our time growing up, but pause briefly to thank him for the times when he looked out for me when I should have been looking out for myself. For passing on his knowledge about the world on those times when it had overtaken me, and for giving me tips on chatting up girls, and of course, for always having my best interests at heart, even when I didn't want to go. Like everyone else who knows him in the UK, I was overjoyed to hear he was moving to America. To this day, when people ask me what he does, I'm very proud to tell them what success he's made of his life, even if, to this day, I'm still not entirely sure what he does. Laurence has made a truly fantastic life for himself out here, and whenever we visit, he's always made us feel welcome and, as ever, been the perfect host. Moving to New York was a big decision for him, and was no doubt a little bit intimidating, but then we know Laurence has never been afraid of taking a risk, as we discovered on his stag do when he boldly strolled around Brighton dressed as a sailor. But seriously, I'm glad my brother has found someone who loves him. Glad and only slightly a little surprised. I'm proud to say I was there on the very night Laurence and Shelley met, but I'm not going to take credit for all of this. It was in a bar, yeah. It was in a bar and a few drinks were had, so I'm not sure what those first words were between Laurence and Shelley, but fortunately, Laurence, your friends have been kind enough to show me some of your best chat-up lines. Apparently, either the direct, I quite fancy you, genius, or the frankly magical, your thumbs up you are. You know when I said earlier he used to give me a few tips about chatting up girls, he never shared those with me. But I guess his opening lines go, they are just too powerful, which actually I would say that tonight proves, especially as they were said when he was wearing a very badly fitting Batman outfit. Proof, if proof be needed, that love really does conquer all. Right, I'm almost done, but yes, I'd like to read out a quick message. To Laurence and Shelley, sending you lots of love on your wedding day. May all go exactly as you wish. I hope you are surrounded by the people you love most in the world, and many wonderful memories are made for you both to look back on as years pass by. God bless you both, and that's from Glamourpuss.
Oh, yes.
Which is Ben Oscar-Fall's mother. One thing you should never do when making a speech is drop your speech.